they dropped him down so that it wasn't a obstacle.
That was just the burnout. All right, so what we got here is a wheel standing PT Cruiser. Oh, it's got flames. So it's a PT Cruiser, which we all know are kind of lame. This one's got a big blown, I can't tell what it is, big blown motor in the back, and it just did a very easy wheelie just during the burnout. I have no doubt this thing's going to do a wheelie for a while. The best wheel stand. Crazy.
What are we looking at here?
Well, you put it on the ground, push the button, and if it says 1800, it's terrible. If it says 3600, it's awesome.
All right. I've seen the mechanical versions of that before, but I've never seen...
You mean this kind?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I probably did about 25,000 of those poles.
Oh my God. So what are we at right now today?
Haven't done any yet. We will soon.
All right. We'll keep an eye out for it. You know those the track pullers? Check the stickiness. These are
digital ones?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So what does an NHRA track normally pull?
It depends. The farther you go, the firmer it gets. Behind the line, where the cars are constantly launching, it might pull the rubber off and have pure concrete. It's called a bald spot.
Right.
That up there might, yesterday was actually 22 to 2400. 1 foot over in good rubber was 2900. You go out to 10 feet, and that was 3050. 60 feet was about 3200, 3300, 3400. When you have pro mods, Hoosier greasy rubber, 10 foot, we might be in the heat of summer 1800, and over here it's 2400.
Thanks.
They say, why do you got 3 temp guns?
What the heck?
Imagine you go get a temp with your one gun with new batteries and it's blank. What do you tell everyone? You don't know?
No way.
That's a hassle. That's a hassle.
When did you learn this trick? When the first time you had to tell somebody I don't know?
After too many times.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the tour.
Yep.
That's cool.
Anytime. Have fun.
Whole different level here. This is nuts.
That is intense track. Yeah, it's like an RC car. They drive down the track. That'll tell them where the bumps are.
No way.
And then it's like, oh, that's a bump.
That's awesome.
This guy is like any track, anytime.
Creates a map.
He can tell you exactly what's sticky, where it's sticky. All that stuff.
Wow.
This is way more intense than stuff. We've seen some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah.
This is
That's
crazy.
awesome. Yeah.
This guy's whole job is to do this for John.
Yeah.
That's great.
See, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This guy way down here. We have 6 different guys on the track reading the track. These are guys that are trying to see what the track is pulling for this round for when their car goes up there. I believe anytime that the red lights are not flashing, any crew guys can go up here and test the track. As much data as these guys can get is what they want. So he'll be pulling, he probably pulled from the starting line, he probably pulled 60 foot, now he's at about 100 feet. He's probably gonna keep pulling a little bit down the track just to see where the traction is and where it isn't. Also, he's not only doing distance, but he's doing like in between, in the lane, like from closer to the center line to closer to the wall, anywhere in between. He's trying to see where the traction is at, so he knows where to tell the team to line up the car and all that stuff. So.
We're in the wrong
to see what NHRA is all about, and we're following the main 4 classes that everyone watches on TV, but there are other classes here that run. Can you explain the other classes and what they consist of?
Yeah, so NHRA national events can have up to 17 classes. So like the US Nationals has like 17. Here we had a ton. So stock eliminator, like classic muscle cars, late model cars, 9-inch wide tire, very restrictive rules on the drivetrain, what you can and can't change, full interior, all that stuff. Go to super stock. Most of the same rules, except you can get a little more creative. You can back half the car, you can run a big slick on the back of it, you can be more creative with the engine modifications that you make. Those cars typically pull nice, awesome wheel stands off of the starting line. Then we have what are called the super categories. So you have super gas, which are 990 index cars. Every car on the racetrack is trying to go down the racetrack in 9.9 seconds, getting to the finish line first without going under. You can have a full-body car, a roadster, or an altered in that category, meaning everything has to be left-hand steer. Super Comp is an 890 index class. Same concept, except the cars are a little faster, a little more powerful. They're trying to go 8.9 seconds. Mostly rear-engine dragsters. Every once in a while, a guy sneaks a door car in there. Comp Eliminator is a class that's just wacko. It's wide open. You have dragsters, you have altereds, you have full-bodied cars, you have guys running 4-cylinders, inline 6. You'll see Volkswagen engines in there. All the combinations that you typically don't expect to see at an NHRA national event are in that category.
That is a funky one.
Yeah, it's wild. Top Sportsman. These are the quickest sportsman full-body cars we have. Basically, think of it as a mini Pro Mod style class. 6, 7, 800 cubic inch nitrous engines, pro-charged engines, blower engines, occasionally turbos. It's a dial in your own class. You can run as quick as 610, but you have to dial handicap style racing.
Okay.
Top Dragster, same concept, except it's dragsters and altereds only. This weekend we had a guy with a 398 inch LS motor with twin turbos on it.
I saw that.
Running bottom half of the 6s. It's a car because
the
everybody
only turbo
else,
car on the property.
Only turbo car on the property. Everybody runs a big block Chevy with a centrifugal on it, and it works and it's fast. But this dude is doing it different, and the car is great with that little tiny engine. And really, that's kind of a run through of our sportsman categories here at the finals. We can add other categories in like Super Street. We can add a bunch of different stuff in there. We had top alcohol funny car and top alcohol dragster here as well. And those guys are pro level operations, but to explain it in a way that you might understand, let's call that the AAA league, right? You got a dragster that can go 5.1 seconds at about 280 miles an hour, and it runs on injected nitromethane. Or you can have a funny car with a blown alcohol engine in it that runs like mid-5s at about 250 miles an hour. A lot of people graduate from those classes to the nitro funny car and the top fuel ranks. It's been to have you guys out here. I think it's super cool, and I know that a lot of people that watch 1320 video aren't familiar with NHRA or maybe think NHRA sucks, and I promise you it doesn't suck. It's just a different way to go drag racing, and Kyle and the boys I know are going to do a great job showing everybody kind of the behind the scenes look, so it's killer.
All right guys, so part of this experience at NHRA is I get to be the guinea pig since I've never been to an NHRA race before. I get to stand between 2 nitro cars as they launch. Kyle said you get to do this, not a really good choice, I get to go do it. It's going to be a good time. These cars are freaking rowdy loud. Loudest things you'll ever hear.
So I've been curious how loud these cars actually are. I bought an audio meter to find that out, but when I got it right before this race, I found out that it's a max of 130 decibels. So we're not testing from the starting line. We're going to test from about 1,000 feet down, see which classes max this out. We're doing pro stock right now, then we're going to get a funny car. I have a feeling funny car is going to max it out. Here we go.
The final 2.
And we are at 111.6 for pro stock. Nice.
eBay Motors, they have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4
We're almost maxed out, 129.1. That goes to show you just how loud these cars are. That's nuts. 129 decibels standing about, I don't know, a couple hundred feet from the track at 1,000 feet. So 129 decibels in funny car. I wonder if Top Fuel can top that. They're pretty similar engines, pretty much same thing. Who knows? 129.1 the record so far. meter. That's what we're looking for. I just had to get a little closer to the track. This might be max. I don't know if it goes to 130, but you just have to experience this in person and feel it in your chest to know what this is actually all about. It's nuts.
Way down the racetrack.
Look at the car alarm going off from the parking lot across the street. I wonder why. You thought the delay in the sound was crazy from the grandstands. Being down here, it's got to be 2 to 2.5 seconds from when you can see them launched when you hear them. It's nuts. Ooh, messy run. Right lane left way late, but still made it across the finish first, looks like. And there goes an airplane. Ron Cap's coming up first round. I'm excited to be down here to see his face when he wins first round. Ron coming out ahead.
He's up here waiting to see his fate for the day, watching on the monitor. Ron, why is this important part of the sport?
I'm not even watching my fate. I'm watching my family. We got like 80 people that keep showing my wife and everybody. And they did last year. It was fun. It was absolutely awesome.
Cap's down here on national TV, and they're watching his reactions as the last two pairs go down the track to see. Horse is at the top end of the track on fire again. Just a little fire. He's no stranger to that.
And the fun don't stop. There's something called a Cackle Fest. It's a bunch of vintage cars get together and they just rev it up.
We're standing in the top fuel pits right now, and they go all the way down. The semi-trailers that you see with these racers are just ridiculous. Some of them are even linked together so you can walk through them between crews or just for one car even. And the hospitality pits, like over here in the Napa, look at the hospitality pits in here. Just for the crew, their families, media. It is a pretty interesting world. Definitely not a streetcar race. We're here in front of the Elite Motorsports compound. They have 1, 2, 3 trailers for I think 6 different cars. We're gonna go take a tour of these. We're gonna walk over here, Jake Coughlin's cars right here. We've got Erica Enders next door. We're gonna go see what's going on inside this setup. Woody?
Hey man.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good, good. We're just checking things out here.
Come on.
We're gonna take a tour of the
Come on in
the setup.
the Jake's hauler.
All right.
Let's see.
Wow.
Back here we build transmissions.
Okay.
And all in here we've got all of our transmission gears.
Whoa!
Yeah. We got lots of options here.
The options are limitless.
They're limitless.
Holy, is this for the rear?
This is just a huge math equation. Anybody that says that racing and math don't mix is wrong. I like saying that when little kids come through, it's like, hey, do you like math? No. You
Yeah.
like racing? Yeah. Here,
That's
this
hilarious.
is real math.
All right, so transmission.
Yep, transmission.
Rear end gears on the right.
We've got some rear ends and spare parts.
championship trophy.
Oh,
from
nice.
Factory stock. That's kind of cool.
Nice. That's not an easy one to get.
No.
Oh, we got a spare engine down here.
Spare engine.
Oh, there's two.
Two in here. We got.
I want to save the turkey.
Another engine. Okay.
Don't run them.
This is a lot tighter than most race trailers we go through.
Yeah,
that's
well,
for sure.
it gets wide here.
Yeah.
In here, we basically have our our crew chief lounge where everybody's just going through all the data. Obviously, weather's a huge thing. This computer is just devoted to weather that just updates every hour, every minute. Obviously, weather's a big thing. So, typically crew chiefs are looking at this stuff a couple days before getting here, making some broad assumptions on pieces and parts that we know that we'll use. This thing's typically on for about 2 days before we have to make a decision. So we're able to track trends, true trends in the weather that we're dealing with today,
So one or several people are meteorologists, experts.
Yeah, sometimes
to know what to expect.
Yeah, it seems that way sometimes. But that helps us to kind of be able to go back into our database and say, given these conditions, what are the 10 best runs that we made ET-wise, corrected to sea level. So we'll use that as a starting point. We might have had advancements in engines since then, so we can kind of take that into consideration. But we got a really good group of people that work well together, and no egos, no attitudes. We just have a good time and get it done. So.
And this room is responsible for how many cars?
This room is responsible right now for 5 cars.
Wow. No. You got a couple cars that transport up here?
Go up there. The race team's got to eat too, so that's our fuel, I guess.
Oh yeah. Got a mobile kitchen.
Yeah.
I like that.
A very funny chef.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time, man. Come by anytime.
Appreciate the tour.
No problem.
A little different than street car racing, that's for sure. Last pair of cars for the season right now. In the left lane, we got a lot of smoke down there. Everyone flooding onto the track.
Steve Dorn celebrating over here with this team. Steve, 4 championships in a row, another trophy. That is your 51st.
I think this might be only the second race I've been to where they let the fans flood the racetrack. This is cool to watch.
They look like a black bomb to me because I had to roll shield